Shazam. And I think Dan's going to join me. I just got to get this to him. Whoop. I didn't get a response from Jacob. Hello, Facebook user. If you don't give your permission, then I don't know what name you're logged in under. That's why it comes up, see? Facebook user. I think that happens if you're in one of the two groups as opposed to my page. And let me see. What can we do? I haven't set up my other cameras yet. All right. Maybe not the best view for some of the stuff I'm going to be messing with, but that's okay. Must be me. What did you do, Eileen? Is your audio not working? My audio is working. That much I know. We're going to see if I can add. I haven't set up any of my cameras here, so forgive me. I will tell you momentarily what I've been doing today. And I mean, I could go with that camera. But if I go with this one, a little better, maybe. I'm hoping. That's not bad. Maybe if I put the audio to none for that and to none for that. Oh, you said hi on Facebook. Okay. Yeah, if you that'd be great if you want to come on, Eileen. Shazam.
Hello.
Hi. Give me a moment. I'm still playing catch up here.
You play catch up. I'm destroyed.
Oh, you're still tearing down stuff?
I want to move by December. I got to get all down.
So I mean, have you got things figured out? Like you're going to do like one a day or three a day or?
It depends on my mood, but this is the tax on the borough so far. So, it depends on how my fingers go.
Right.
Right?
Today, my wifey helped me after we went to storage and we put all kinds of brick stuff and other stuff in storage. Um, we came home, had some dinner, got rid of the kid for a couple hours, and then I started pulling out from my file cabinets manuals. Lots and lots and lots of manuals.
Yeah.
And, I build and then I just throw them in the box, in the cabinet. Not any kind of order, not grouped by Star Wars or ideas or flowers, nothing. Just willy nilly and impossible to find anything. So we spent hours sorting them Lego, Mega, and then all the other companies. And then we started sorting the Lego into Star Wars and then all the other themes. Because all the other themes are small, right?
Right.
For me. And it's like, oh my God, it's so overwhelming. Like, where do I start? It's just crazy. Oh my God.
And that means I got you beat because when I put all the things away, I did put them in like groups, like the fun set and the Harry Potter set and the flower set. They're all in one big bag.
Well,
Yeah.
usually it's like, this is just some of the bits and pieces. These are all extras from non Lego sets, a whole bunch of Mega and other Chinese stuff. But we're, I'm putting everything in. Let's see. I don't know if I have it in these totes.
Yeah.
And, then I'll have them all numbered and packaged up good. But, yeah, it's pretty overwhelming right now.
Yeah.
Look at this! I just pulled it out and I can't put it back in. What the hell?
It'll get back in the same way, Richard.
Oh yeah, well no, this is the other problem too. It's like I'm trying to make it so nothing's going to be overfilled, and it's just I'll leave it for now. But it's just a whole process, and because and I need to empty out 1 to 200 from the cabinets just so I can start building again in any real way. Like I could probably do a few small sets, but I probably can't build much more than that. And now I got some more space in another spot, so it's like, okay, let's start tearing down stuff again. But I need a method, a process. I'm kind of figured out what I'm going to do, and I probably got 10 of these totes I need to go through because what I'm going to do is take all these loose manuals that from sets I built, time to each tote that they belong to, where there's a set, haul those off, and then that's going to clear up the space so I can start breaking down new stuff in the cabinets.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a whole thing. Hey, what do you think of the setup?
No, it was great. I've been really enjoying watching you get it all together. It's great.
Well, I couldn't believe it took me 6, but actually, you know what? The truth is, it took me more like 8. I only did 6 hours of you guys, so. And I didn't think I thought it would take me 3. But I should have known better because, it literally takes 2 hours just to take every set and put it on the floor. Had it in the living room, some in my daughter's room, some in the foyer. It's like, oh my God, it's just too much, too overwhelming.
Yeah, that's how I'm starting to feel with taking this all down. It's like I didn't realize how much I had.
Yeah.
So, but I gotta get done. I kind of put it off until the girls left, which are messy mentally. I miss my little destroyers. But I still gone. So,
Yeah, I thought Dan was still dealing with his kids a little while ago, so I don't know if he's going to come on, which is kind of funny because this is because of him,
okay,
and this is actually for him.
nice.
Yeah, I did. I did him a real solid, and I'll tell you about that momentarily. We'll give it another minute or two.
Yeah. Well,
See if he can drop by.
I gotta stop talking to Jazz.
Oh,
Yeah, because it keeps on costing me more and more money,
I
right?
haven't actually talked to Jazz in a little bit. I did see his draw the other day, though, but
Yeah.
I haven't participated in a while. And I tried to get Corey's attention, but I wasn't able to do that.
But I had a blast at that concert on Wednesday.
Oh yeah.
Absolute blast. By the end of the night, I was standing up in front of my seat, dancing my ass off.
And that's going to be his last time around?
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, he deserves some time now,
he's 75.
Yeah. I mean, if not now, when?
Yeah, and he did that whole concert, 2.5 hours, all on his own. There was no opening act. There was nobody
Oh, really?
coming. It was all him the whole
I'm
concert.
surprised. Not that he needs an opening act, but it's like,
Yeah,
and I'm sure they weren't cheap tickets either. I mean,
I don't know. It was my birthday present for my kids, so
okay.
mommy didn't ask for stuff like that.
I know I would have enjoyed that. It's not like I go gaga over him, but it's like I have so much respect for his his history and what he's done, and he's got a great portfolio of good songs. So it's like,
I mean, you would there were 20 somethings in there. There
sorry,
there were people in their 20s at that concert. It wasn't all old
that's it.
fogies.
That's interesting. Well, I mean, you're always going to find a few. I'd be curious how many of them really knew and understand what they're listening to, though. Like, are they really following him, or did they just luck into getting a good deal on a ticket? When there's not a lot of
Nothing.
concerts, there's still not a lot of concerts to be had.
But I mean, some of them were like all dolled up as Elton John with the maid jackets, and yeah, it was a real good mix. I
So,
enjoyed it.
I can get rid of
He did 25 songs there.
25 songs. Wow.
25 songs.
I don't even know if I've got the energy to sit through that. The
And,
last big one we went to, me and wifey, was Nickelback, and I think they gave us 18 maybe. And I'll tell you the truth, that was a little tough. There's
yep.
a Pokemon hat I got in because
Oh,
I still
no.
play a little bit, and I still run the Canadian Pokemon group. Yeah,
I'm still working
and
on it.
that's the team I play on. So I figured, hey, I'll get it. And just add to I got gimmick shirts, and now I guess I'm starting to collect the gimmick hats.
You want to see the hat my son got me?
Sure.
Well, I'll be right back.
As we play the Jeopardy theme song. Dun, 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 dun. Oh,
Yeah, either Elton or E for Eileen, whichever you want to do it. Then this is a t-shirt that was like one size fit all.
oh, look at that, eh?
They
Yeah,
have that.
I don't have any Elton John music I can play. I'm sitting here clicking on the music that I do have, and there's almost nothing here.
It was a really enjoyable night. Nobody got drunk. Nobody could smell weed all over the place. But that's the way it goes anymore.
Nice. That's one thing that's cool about going to the shows is getting the merch that you can only get there.
Yeah.
The show merch, it's exclusive. I mean, it's always overpriced, but it's a memory, right? You can't.
Well,
You
that
can't.
was like, he asked me what t-shirt I wanted, and I said, yeah, I'll take that t-shirt. And then he came back with the keychain and the hat.
Okay. Hey Ty, how you doing, buddy? You
And
should
now,
jump on YouTube. Actually, you should just jump on screen. Jump on YouTube and grab it from the link I posted.
yeah.
Oh, why is that not pinned? That should be pinned. I was so unprepared. We were watching. Well, I can't remember what we were watching. We were watching some Star Wars type stuff while we were eating pizza, just enjoying the quiet evening. My daughter's at a party.
Yeah, my granddaughters quite haven't got the time difference yet. So I'm getting phone calls at 11 o'clock at night.
Oh wow!
But they don't realize it's still light out for them.
Well, Ty, that's a good question. So the reason I spent 6 hours, more like 8 hours, tearing everything apart was all everyone really saw was the same 12 expensive sets, you know. And anytime I would add a new set, maybe you'd see that one set. But and I'm not building the big ones anytime soon. I'll have a hard enough time building the small ones. But I wanted to show off other parts of the collection. And the nice thing about having so much is, you know, I do have a lot of cool sets I still want to build and show them off. I mean, some of them are a little beat up on the boxes, but yeah, there's a much higher chance I'll be building one of these. Well, I mean, for sure, these cars. That's one thing I'm really into now is the cars. So I have a definite plan where I want to have a dedicated month of all those cars. I want to build them all out, even this one, because I think it would just look great, and even the truck,
Yeah.
just because I think it'll look great in the cabinet. But I got to empty the cabinet, so there's going to be a whole thing. Well, Ty, that link's up there. Whenever you want, I'll hear the ding. Let me show you, Eileen. Let's see. So I got something to put on my car.
Oh,
I don't put enough crap already on the car, so I'm not sure how well this is going to show up. So I'll put it up there. You can see it against the black.
yeah, it's nice.
Yeah. And what I'm probably going to do is put that on my black tinted windows.
Yeah.
And it looks like it came out good. I thought it would be bigger, but then when I checked the online, it's like, oh, it's the right measurement. I mean, it was only $3, but I'm going to put it back in the envelope because it's too hard to see. But if the weather's good, I'll put it on tomorrow, just so I don't have to worry about it anymore. Because the last time I got one of these type things, it was like a month or two, and then I forgot it, and then I lost it. And I'm
Yeah.
bad like that, really bad like that. Let me see. I should put a sticker.
So I better not tell you to put all your what I do is I have a spreadsheet and I'm keeping track of all. I haven't updated. I'll admit that much, but I have all my sets
Mhm.
and where they're located. So there's
That's one thing I've been bad about.
one.
I have all this inventory stuff listed, kind of, sort of, in different spots, but where I'm moving the broken down stuff, that's what I got to get a hold of. And of course, I want to know that I have the manuals with the sets, and I need to document this. Especially with the build stuff, there's definitely a handful of used ones where there's no manuals, and that's
Yeah.
a tricky thing too. And I got to get to a point where I know what does and doesn't have.
Spreadsheet. That's all I'm saying. Spreadsheet.
Yeah. Let's see. This one. More garbage. Well, I got to be careful with this one. I don't want to lose any of the parts. I had to pre-open a bunch of this stuff
Yeah.
just so I would know what it was, because a lot of the stuff I get from China, I mean, the Lego make it easy. If it's from China, then I don't know what a lot of it is sometimes, because I got to get a PDF for it. But let's see.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Yeah, and okay, and there's a figure I have to build. Oh my god, I got to build him completely too, like literally completely. Like he is. That's just a figure. Like there's a million little parts for him.
Wow.
Yeah. So this is something Dan wanted to see. So
Okay.
yeah. I mean, anyone who's into models, they'll recognize this where the parts are still on the sprue. You got to
I
cut them off
remember
with
that.
model
Yep.
snips, and which is kind of what I like about some of this stuff. Yeah, I'll put it against that as a background. Soft tarp, so I'll have a piece of material for the top of the Jeep. So kind of excited. It's a small one. It might be a copycat of a mega set that's been discontinued for 6 years. I won't know because I don't have the original mega set and I don't even know the number to look it up. That's just me being a little bit lazy. I'm sure I could have figured that out, but I'd already committed to the order, so it's like, yeah, okay, whatever. I'll make do. So I've got that. That's not even the Chinese one I'm excited about, but it is cool because I do like the army stuff. The army stuff's what got me outside of Lego. Like, yeah, Star
Yeah.
Wars was cool, and I was doing a few of those Lego idea stuff, and then it's like, so what else can I build? And when it turns out like nothing, like Lego didn't have anything else for me, it's like, okay, I
I
got
want to get that Christmas tree, but it's not available until October.
okay.
Right? They got it over in England already, but nothing here.
There's there's a Chinese flower set. I'll see if I can find a link for you and show you off screen.
Okay.
Um, it is incredible. So it's you know the sets you and me have seen. They're okay size. This is supposed to be like 3 times the volume of pieces. Like I think it's 15 or 1800 pieces. So think
Whoa.
UCS. Think UCS size for flowers. I think, and it's supposed to be Lego size bricks, not micro or mini or some of the other
Okay.
shenanigans that I deal with. Yeah, none of that. So that's going to be interesting. Sticker.
So you remember that piece of it was a Star Wars and it was all paper you put together?
Uh huh.
Okay, my friend decided that he wanted to get me a birthday present.
Oh, the 3D puzzles. So are they like styrofoam with the printing on it?
I'm not too sure. I really don't want to do it, but I guess I'm going to have to do it.
Right.
Because when I do it, but I like my puzzles. You know I love my puzzles. I'm not too sure about 3D.
Oh, hey Ty, how you doing, buddy?
Good, man. How are you?
Exhausted, and I'm going back to work tomorrow. So it's like, whatever. I got extra time. I could probably burn it, but it's like, nah, I'd rather not do it on such short notice.
I
But
But
yeah,
uh,
I really need to refresh the look behind me. And I always meant to do it more often, but it is such a before I would do just one set and swap it out for another one the same size. But I really wanted to change the configuration of the shelves, squeeze more sets in, and then I put all the big ones like right overhead. Uh, like literally
wow,
overhead. Yeah. So this 18-inch gap here, and that's just UCS sets bridging, and then there's like 5 feet over there. Where is it? 5 feet over there, and then let's see, and over there, over those planks is all the premium mega sets. So I just wanted to get the super duper expensive ones up because I'm not building them right now anyway. Far better chance of me building all these because they're smaller and easier to digest. Plus, I don't have to sit as long. Like I'm looking at the group box. It's 476. I could build that in 1 or 2 2-hour sessions.
you know
I,
what's so funny is for the longest time I thought that you were like in a big room And then one day I saw, probably a couple months ago, that you had posted this picture of like this tiny little makeshift like hut inside your house. And I was like, what is that?
Yeah, yeah. So it started with the steel desk.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the steel desk, I added all the little pull-out drawers. That was my backdrop for about 2 years. Then I added one or two Billy cases, the regular 31-inch wide ones. And then when we had the plumbing problem in the bathroom, and all this had to move anyway, that was an opportunity for me to add two more Billies.
Yeah.
And then did that. And I ended up, so now it's like 5 Billies. And then I needed a photo backdrop. So at the time, I just used a board that was 3 feet by 2 feet or something. Put it at the edge of the desk so I could take pictures. The problem is any UCS size sets were too big. So they would always go out of frame. It's like, oh, that's no good. So then I got a handyman sheet, 4x8, had it cut to 4.5 by 59 inches or something. It's just shy of my 66 inches, which is the width of the desk. So I can still have my monitor stand mount. And I built myself that hutch, which doubles as the backdrop, which is great because really Lego has nowhere to go. If it rolls on my surface, it really has nowhere to go. It's all trapped here, which is great.
Now, when you say you had a steel desk, do you mean like...
This is a 1940s industrial steel desk.
Okay.
Office desk. This thing, I could stand on it. I have stood on it. Back in my 300 plus pounder. Yeah. So it's a really good desk to work on. It's the last thing I got out of a computer store I worked in 97, something like that, back in the Pentium days. So yeah, the guy couldn't afford to pay me. It's like, okay, I'll take some of your crap as you're closing your store. And it was kind of like my mom still got one of the desks. I've got it. Like, it was a nice piece of history to take out of there. But yeah, it's like a 1940 steel desk. Even the nuts and bolts are actually non-standard by today's standards. Like when I had to replace a few of them just to keep it, because there's nothing wrong with it. Just to update some of the hardware on it. It was tricky. But then the most recent thing I did was the planks, and it's like I wanted to add 2 more Billy bookcases. My wife said no. I said okay. So I go to Home Depot, come home with 3 planks, and I just put it up there. And I thought, okay, this is cool because it gives me an extra, 4, 5, 6, 8 square feet, whatever space on the one side. Like I went back to Home Depot again, got a few more planks on this side, with the intent that I would eventually cover the whole thing. Then I realized, well, no, if I leave the opening, then I can go up on my step ladder and I can easily reach 4 feet that way and 3 feet this way and see everything that's up there.
So that's how you're storing all your unbuilt sets then? It's just
everything you see is the unbuilt.
Right, of course.
All backlog, but everything up there is the big premium stuff. UCS, Lego, or premium and signature mega, or a handful of really extreme other guys' stuff.
Do you guys have, and because I'm in America, do you guys have Costco?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
originally we had Price Club and Costco, but they merged because they both couldn't compete up here. And then Walmart tried to bring Sam's Club up here. It really didn't work. There might be 1 or 2 Sam's Clubs left, but really it's Costco. That's all there is for the big box.
So I got this at Costco, man, and I went up to Chicago. That's where I got it. And I've got my phone on a little swivel. And this thing right here is where I keep all my backlog.
So is that like a steel with the gray hammered paint look?
Yeah.
Okay, I know what you got. Yeah, that's nice. I like those.
Yeah, it's got this.
Yep, hammered. Yep.
So this thing was like $100 at Costco, and I just could not believe it. So I bought one.
That's a good value.
I couldn't believe it. So I bought.
Do you have any idea what the weight threshold is for that unit?
Yeah, it's actually I think it's 400 pounds a shelf.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
So I'm going to give you a comparison. We bought two plastic things, the ones that are about 31 inches wide, 32 inches wide, and 18 inches deep that you get Walmart or anywhere.
right.
Plastic, you assemble it real quick in 2 minutes. And the whole unit is 750 pounds max. And trust me, if you step on any one, like it'll bow a little. So the fact that you can do 450 on a shelf, that's amazing.
Oh yeah, man. I can jump. When I actually built the thing, um, I stood on it and was just amazed because each shelf has it's either half inch or 3/4 of an inch piece of MFD, um, like the really dense MFD. I
Yeah.
was just taken aback with how excellent it was, and I called my buddy because I went up there for Comic-Con. And I called my buddy and I was like, listen, drive back to Costco, buy me another one.
Yeah.
And when he went back, which was like a month later, thanks, buddy. Uh,
Waited that long. Yeah, that's one thing with Costco. If you see it, you got to get it.
right. Yeah. And when I was there, they had a pallet full of them. And when he went back, there was like 4 or 5 left and they were just destroyed. The boxes were all messed up. And and they're perfect. I don't know if there's like an industry standard. You would know better than me because you work at Walmart, right? So you deal with all the box sizes,
Hmm.
but the depth of the shelf is exactly the depth of every single UCS set. So right now I have one, two, three, four, five. I have 5 official UCS, and then everything else that isn't a UCS
So
is
they're like probably 22 inches deep.
no, no, no. I don't know actually. Hold on. I can
Probably. I'm just holding up the measure to where mine are, and probably 22 deep.
take measure. Right here. 24.
24? Okay, so it's a proper 24. Okay.
Yeah, 20,
I can't
24.
actually see the edges because, of course, that's what's supporting the boxes. Which,
Yeah,
if
yeah,
I ever have an earthquake, I'm dead because those panels will slip and the
yeah.
boxes
And
will come down and
so
kill me.
I want a second one. I want another one because what this is going to blow
Well,
your mind.
can you figure out the manufacturer?
Yes, I actually do know the manufacturer, but I they don't sell them. They only sell them to Costco. So
Okay.
you can get them on Amazon, but they're like $1 million.
How about Costco online?
Nope,
Oh
nope,
no.
nope.
Oh,
Because it's a Costco business.
okay.
Uh, do you know like Costco has normal Costco stores and then they have the business stores?
Okay. Oh.
So so this is where I keep the rest of my backlog. Don't judge me.
We won't. We won't.
So
Nice.
I have a table tennis
Yep.
in my sub pump room in my basement. And this is and I have an old wine table over here. And this is where I keep the rest of my backlog because I can't afford like a climate controlled um, storage unit. So
Yeah.
I have it in here. It's a little moist, I would say, but it hasn't impacted any of my, so this is like where I keep all my boxes.
Hmm.
They're just empty. These are just all my empty boxes, which I wish I could bring myself to throw away.
You'll
Because
get there sooner or later. See,
You'll
you'll
get
have to
there.
get to a point of saturation, and then you'll cross that line. Like, oh, I got to do it.
I have so much room. Everybody I always hear they're like, "Oh, I'm running out of room." And I have all this room is my collection, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then I have over here this untouched, just just completely untouched. Well, I mean, I have some Lego over there, but
Sure.
I mean, and it just goes. So my whole basement is just, and my wife is like, I don't care what you do in the basement.
Yeah.
Just don't bring it upstairs. So,
Well, that's kind of what I got with my little studio, right? I can have whatever I want as long as it stays in here for the
right.
backlog. For the backlog. Now,
I
if I
have,
build it, fine, it can go into the display cabinets, but I can't expand the backlog beyond this.
Aisha got her display case. Your wife got her display case still.
I'm sorry, Eileen.
Does your wife still have her display case?
Oh, yeah, actually, I mean, I'm looking right at it, and it's like it kills me because like she builds even less often than I do, and it's like, oh, and it's you know what I got to admit, hers looks better in her cases because like her stuff is still spaced out. Like everywhere where I have built sets, they're all crammed together. Like I now have like 8 or 9 of the helmets like touching each other. In fact, 2 of them are still on the desk. I haven't even moved them in there yet. But I want to get her to start building again too. One set she's going to have to build it right here at my desk. She's got the micro flowers,
Yeah.
and I can't afford to have her even drop a single piece of those because I can't fix that if there's a problem. So she'll have to build it right here at my desk.
I took mine down. I forgot more to take down.
Oh,
I'm taking everything down.
so let me show you. Go
so
ahead.
you say you're building your helmets?
Well, I built out all the helmets, all the Lego helmets.
Yeah.
'Cause I do have a couple, not from Lego, right? I showed one on the last stream, the General Grievous.
Oh, very cool.
Oh, I know. Do I still have that picture? No.
My big deal about this, I wanted to buy
Oh yeah,
it.
check this out. This is what it looks like.
It looks so good. It looks
Yeah.
so good. But I'm still not where you're at. I'm kind of a brick snob, and I'm
Sure.
like, I can't do it.
It
And
was
then
literally boredom and a sense of curiosity.
well, it's
And the fact
expensive.
that some,
Where I found it, it was expensive. It was like the same amount as like Lego would be, but it was more.
oh, you're not
pieces.
looking hard enough then.
I was on
Yeah, you're not looking
Alibaba.
AliExpress, Alibaba, Taobao. There's a few others. And if you're a builder, I mean, the thing is with the Chinese stuff, you're never going to be able to flip it. So it's never going to have a value other than what you think it has to you. So,
Yeah.
That means you can forego boxes a lot. Why not? Boxes are just cardboard garbage. Less and less it seems to make a difference from a collector standpoint once you build it to have the box. It's always nice. I know when I was buying used sets, if someone could give me the box, it definitely made the difference in me leaning towards the used one sometimes than a new one. Because ultimately I just want to build.
Yeah.
But yeah, and sometimes it's just waiting. Sometimes if it's an interesting Chinese set when it first comes out, it will be high.
Yeah.
And wait till there's enough sellers, and then all of a sudden you'll see the price come down.
Well, it's it's a double-edged sword too, because a lot of these Chinese sets, there's directions for them on rebrickable.
Well, yeah, for the ones that are lifting, and that's it. Like the Bantha set, I think is pretty clearly a lift from
Yeah.
rebrick. But here's the worst part of that. Oh, look at all the bricks she's got.
That's Taka on the world.
Nice.
Lego's got bricks for days.
But one of the problems with doing either the Chinese stuff that's legit Chinese originals or Chinese stuff that they've lifted from other sources like Reworkable, you just don't know because no one's reviewing, no one's talking about these sets. And sure enough, I build the Bantha, and let's say that's a complete 100% lift from Reworkable, which I suspect it is.
Yeah.
Those instructions were trash. They were trash. I was pulling out my hair building it. I'm an experienced builder, over 900 sets I've built, and it's like, and I've dealt with probably above and beyond that, probably 100 Chinese sets. So I'm not inexperienced, and I'm looking at those instructions, and too many of the instructions are floating in the air, and at later points, stuff either never marries up, or they do what I call magic pieces, where like there's connections that can't possibly exist in a world that's governed by physics, and it's like, you guys didn't build this, you guys didn't play test this at all. There's just no way. And when I did that bantha, that was probably the worst I've ever had to do. Like, the quality of the bricks was okay. Like, that one's not Lego quality. I would give that an 80%. There's definitely plenty that are Lego and beyond in quality, clutch, and all the other metrics you'd want in a good quality brick. This one wasn't it. But the quality of the brick wasn't the problem. The problem was the quality of instructions just didn't work, where I had to basically mock the head at the end just to get something that would pass for my live stream, because some people have been watching me at that point 5 hours. It's like, oh, I got to finish this. And it's like, it's not like I'm going to do a review of it. I'm just never going to touch it again. It's in 3 pieces right now behind the monitor, and I don't even want to break it apart. I'll put it in a Ziploc and just never look at it again.
So
that is the worst $22 I've spent Canadian.
So I found this, and I'm sure you've built way more Chinese sets than I have. I think I can count on one hand. Yeah, I can count on one hand all the Chinese sets. But I've seen their instructions, and they do give the original designer a break by they don't completely recycle their instructions completely.
Sometimes.
Yeah. What I've never seen completely recycled instructions, and a lot of times these guys on Rebrickable, they're not, they're not professional process engineers.
No.
They don't know that their instructions are terrible too. So,
yeah,
some
of the Chinese ones, especially when it's a lift, they will combine multiple steps. Like, sometimes where I'm frustrated with Lego and someone else, where they have you do 1 or 2 pieces, like, why would you just make that one step? And so for brevity, they'll shorten it up, and that can be great. But then I've also seen some other guys where I swear that A, they don't design it themselves, so they're lifting it, and then B, they're going into the instructions and removing parts they feel are extraneous to the build that aren't needed. Because I'll be building some of the sets and I go, it's very clear there should have been a piece there. Because my fix is a logical, let's just put this 2x4 in, and it fixes a problem. Like, there's no way whoever designed this wouldn't think that space is there, and just putting that one piece fixes the problem totally. And it's, yeah, and you see that with some manufacturers from China too. The ones that go without a name, that's usually your first sign, right?
Yeah.
When they start adding a brand name, that's at least a step towards trying to have some quality. And I love trying it. The stuff's generally cheap, on par with, say, pricing 1/4 to 1/3 of, say, a comparable Lego set. So it's not usually an expensive proposition to gamble. And more times than not, it works really good. And I end up with something really nice and unique looking compared to, all my friends in North America. But yeah, sometimes, and that's why it's cool to watch the live streams when I'm building, because like, you'll hear me curse and swear, and I'm fixing stuff. Eileen has seen me just get irate and mad. I've thrown one set against the backdrop, like, just actually the bantha exploded on the first of 2 live streams. I held it. I was about to fix it, and I was pushing too hard, and it just went like 18 different directions.
What I don't like is I'm in a part of a lot of Facebook groups, and there's a couple designers on there, and they make really big mocks, really big, nice mocks,
nice stuff,
and they'll sell them. I'm a real big fan.
They'll try.
Yeah, I'm a really big fan of free mocks, and you'll see them trying to sell these mocks, and it's all 3D model.
Yeah.
They've never built it.
Yeah.
And
Because
it's
they
like,
honestly can't afford to get the parts themselves to do it.
yeah,
And I own 55 rebrickable designs. I've paid legitimately for 55. I have accumulated the bricks over the years for 12 or 13, built them. It gets expensive because for me to source the parts for even a 500 piece set sometimes, which is small, 500 pieces for a mock and having to hit 4 different stores, the parts don't kill me, it's the shipping.
Yeah.
yeah,
And so I got in the habit of, okay, when I get some of these mocks, I take the parts, I make a nice big list, and then I just keep adding to it. And I call it my mock list. And then every couple of months, I will accumulate those parts, and then I can start, building some of these instructions I've paid for. But it's so disappointing when the instructions don't pan out. And I try and look ahead, and I study the PDFs, and sometimes even before I commit to a single part, it's like, oh, this wasn't worth my $7. This wasn't worth my $5.
Do you know? Have you ever heard of a builder named Papa Glop?
No, I can't
He
say
made,
that.
he made the very first UCS Razor Crest.
Right? Oh, really? So he was the first one before that young black fellow who works in a Lego store in the States?
Yep, yep.
Rich Boy J. Rich Boy J, I think, is probably the most famous current builder of a large scale
So
razor crest.
he made a God, what's that droid called from Book of Boba Fett? He made a Scorpionic droid.
Really?
Yes, Papa Glop. He made this Scorpionic droid, and it was epic. And he wanted like $15 for the instructions, and
I'm trying to see.
he gave you a 3D model that rotated in slow motion on his rebrickable account. I didn't pay. Hold on. What? So I did this just by looking at his pictures.
Oh,
Oh, gorgeous.
that is so nice.
And I made a couple modifications, but man, the ammo reels,
No, it looks
all that's
it looks
Papa
great.
Glop. And I give 100% credit to Papa Glop, but I mocked this based off of his 3D generated.
Oh wait, he didn't provide the instructions. He just gave you a 3D model that you could rip
No,
apart.
no. He would have given me the instructions if I would have paid him.
Oh, okay.
But
So you reverse engineered from his 3D model.
right.
Nice. Okay.
So I mean, this was
That's
free.
great. That's fun.
And
So
I even had to BrickLink some parts for this. I knew what parts I needed, and
I'm going to show you my reverse engineered project. I don't have the
show
parts.
me.
I'll be right back.
How you doing, Mama Lego? I don't think I've ever talked to you on Rick's stream.
No, I'm doing okay. I was moving next couple of months, so I'm taking all my Lego down.
Oh my gosh, you're moving?
Yeah, and I get that over 200 sets to take apart.
So you don't need
I
to
do not envy you.
Six Sigma training.
I told my wife, I said I'd just burn the house down.
Nah, don't think so.
I'll take the insurance money.
So I don't know if I still have this on Rebrickable. Let me see. Where's the camera? There's the camera.
I'm sorry I'm so close to my camera, but
Oh,
It's
no
a
worries.
it's a phone, so
So this is what my final build produces. So Prusa, Prusa, one of the leading designers manufacturers for 3D printers. My buddy's into this stuff, and it was the guy's anniversary, birthday, whatever, a bunch of years ago. And some Lego guy, and the designer of this particular machine that this is modeled after, he hates. He doesn't like Lego people, and he doesn't like people using his machine to produce Lego. Okay, so my buddy thought it would be funny to. Oh no, I'm getting ahead of myself. So someone gave him for his birthday. The designer gave him a Lego set. They had modeled instructions, but it was a one-off, and they never released it to the general public. But the guy did show a Lego-looking box because the guy went all out, made a Lego-looking box, um, printed instructions, and a bunch of the parts. So the guy thought it was so cool. And then my buddy goes, I would really kill for that. I go, let me see the picture. And he showed me the picture of the set, and it looked like it was about 100 pieces or something. I go, oh, I could do that. 3 hours later, I produced a parts list with all the part numbers. And then I figured, and I did this all online with LDD. And I go back and forth between stud.io and LDD. They're both pretty comparable. And oh yeah, and there's the actual 3D render. Like,
Nice.
yeah, I mean, it comes out looking really good. And believe it or not, it looks like the printer. That's what's amazing. I wish I had a photo of the printer. But and of course, unlike a lot of the other guys, I branded my instructions, right? Not that it's a big deal. You could probably remove it if you wanted to. But so I produced this set, and I thought, how cool would it be if I sent it to my buddy the same way that guy has sent it to the designer? Because that guy, my buddy, he's helped me out for 20 years online. So I grabbed the parts and I tweaked my instructions where I didn't have the one or two colors that I wanted. Well, then I changed my instructions to what I had. So this is a very good compromise. But yeah, this was a fun project. But this was me, just like what you did. I reverse engineered based on a photo. Actually, it was 2 photos. So I didn't even have a 3D model. I had to extrapolate what the back would look like based on my limited knowledge of 3D printers. And it was so much fun. I sent it to him. He lives in Boston. And he was so tickled when he saw I gave him a Lego buildable set with instructions, with real Lego parts, and he got to build it out. And as far as I know, he still has it on his desk today. But that was the first time I went all out to do instructions. And I did post it to Rebrickable. I don't know if it's still there. But if it is, it's free. I would never sell.
Well, Martin gave the
Prusa. If you take a look, it might still be on Rebrickable. Prusa. But yeah, I had a lot of fun doing that. And I love the software, by the way. Using stud.io or LDD, I think is amazing. If you don't have a budget to buy Lego sets, go online. Start with Rebrickable because that's the easiest way. Take the parts list, import all those parts into an open session of any of those design software, and build a set virtually and have some fun with it. It's challenging sometimes. It seems like both softwares have some limited laws of physics issues, but they're getting better all the time. But yeah, I think what you did there, and you did it on a much bigger scale. I mean, literally, I think my whole thing was 100 or 120 pieces. It was not a lot. Yours looks like it's 800 to 1,000 pieces. So it definitely looked more involved.
It's pretty big. It's pretty big. But I built it. I had to have it. And now I don't know what to do with it. I built this huge Jabba's palace when the Boba Fett palace came out.
Yeah.
And I think you saw it. I sent you some, and it's playset. It's a playset. It's not like the big mocks that I've seen other people do, where it's like this piece that doesn't move. It actually unfolds and And I was like, man, wouldn't it be cool to have a Scorpionic droid? So I built it, and then like I have these glass display cases, and it won't fit in the display case
No.
with
Really, it's that big.
well, no, it'll fit in the display case by itself, but it won't fit in the same like here. I'll show you. It won't fit in the same display case as. So here's the Scorpionic droid, and here's. Let me open the glass so you don't get glare. So like, there's my Bubba's Fett Palace playset, and so like, I was like, okay, well,
Yeah, maybe not.
Oh.
and I was like, I'll just set it on top. What?
No.
So
Well, now you know you could. You'll just have to get some. Well, I think you're already using some of those rope. What do they call it? Cable locks or rope locks, or so you could change the heights of the DTOFs.
yeah,
Yeah, what do you call those? Cable
I don't know what they're officially called. I
size
actually
fives or whatever. I know I've gone to Home Depot. I bought them myself because it's a great way to customize a DTOF.
I have a guy that I have. I don't think I have any left, but I have a guy who prints me custom stuff. I don't have a 3D printer. He keeps telling me, just buy a 3D printer. You can print all the stuff you want. And I'm like, dude, I don't need another hobby. You have a 3D printer.
Yeah.
I don't need one. But he prints
Now,
me.
but so have you done any 3D design? Have you made a
Yes.
file and sent? Okay, so I
So
mean, as long as one of you has the printer, why do you both need a printer? I mean,
no, yeah. Well, see, he has a full-time gig. Like, so he works with me. We're both engineers. So 3D design, no problem. But he does robotics.
okay,
Like he's part of the robotics team. So like there's certain periods in the year where he's just slammed, and he's printing these omnidirectional wheels, and he's like, I can't print you anything, and he's got like
because his machines are all working 24/7.
yeah, and he's got like 10 of these machines.
Whoa, he's got a
Mark.
whole farm
Wow.
going.
Oh yeah, it's ridiculous. But I got these things that I came up with. I don't. I've seen other things that are similar, but these are engineered specifically for. Let me get this. These are specific. There you go. These are specifically engineered for minifigs.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, nice. Yep.
So what we've done here is we have. I took a caliper and I measured the feet. Hold on. I measured the feet of 50 minifigs, and then I calculated delta of what the tolerance range that Lego's actually producing, which is actually really tight. And then what we've done is because it's an interference fit between the peg and the hole. So the actual size of a real Lego, well, damn. The actual size of a real Lego, these pegs are greater than these discs with the pegs in them. So these pegs are undersized by 30 thou.
I like
So-
that because
so
I'm
when you-
convinced that people are ruining their minifigs
By pegging them.
by pegging them and leaving them pegged for far too long. Because if you
Yep.
look at the rear support on the leg, it's so thin,
Yep.
and it's a seam point. You can see it.
Well, I've seen it too. And when I go to buy off people, because I just started collecting a couple years ago, and when I was buying all these old figs, I was like, okay, there's 3 things I want to know about. I want to know about under their arms.
Yep.
Is the torso cracked? Behind their arms, around the wrist, is the wrist cracked?
Yeah.
And their heels, are
Yeah.
their heels cracked? Those are the three things I care about. And you know, a lot of people are like, I have General whatever for sale, $50. And it's like, yeah, but
Yeah.
is he all cracked and messed up? Um, so we developed these, and this thing holds. Actually, these discs are made out of robotics grade carbon fiber Teflon.
Really?
Yeah, so they're like way stronger than.
So, I mean, you said you guys are engineers. I look at that and hearing what you're saying, it sounds like you way over engineered it for the purpose, but that's not a bad thing.
Well,
It'll last forever, you know.
this is the plastic that he had, and I was a little worried about using it because it is 10 times stronger
Then
than
the ABS you're plugging into,
than
yeah.
the plastic you're plugging into. But it's black. It's not going to break. It won't degrade. I've sold them before to friends, but all my minifigs are plugged into this stuff. I don't use the what do normal people use? They use like a 4x3 tile
Yep.
with a
One row. Yep, the one
yeah,
row.
with a single row. I don't use those at all.
I
So
find they're too big a lot of the time. That's what the CMFs generally come on, and they're
yeah,
nice, but
they're-
it's over. I like the fact that yours is just roughly the size of a 2x2
yeah.
round.
No, it's
Uh,
exactly the
oh, is that what
size.
it is? It's exactly okay.
It is exactly actually should be. Oh no! It is a little bigger.
Is it a little bigger? Okay.
Yeah, so you can see it's that much bigger.
Still, that's great.
Yeah.
So yeah,
See, the only thing I've seen that's similar to what you've done, I've seen it done in silicone material because their thought process was, yeah, any studs going into the feet can be bad. So let's use a material that is going to be very soft. Yes, Maca tape type stuff. Yeah. Same material. They extruded it from a printer though, and then, which is tricky. I'm not sure how they remove it from the platform and how it retains any kind of stiffness to even do that. But yeah, they were able to 3D print a gel,
yeah.
a gel-like material, and it's nice because it's soft and won't stress the joints out, or so they say.
Not
I'm
it,
still waiting for my
it's
samples.
still Rick. It's still an interference fit. It's putting some pressure on there,
Yeah,
but it's not nearly as much as a full
is what
on.
Lego would impose with their own.
Yeah,
Okay,
Be-
that's great.
because I've had figures that I've had pegged for 3 weeks that just pop.
Oh,
You know,
really?
because they've been sitting in a bin in some kid's collection from when he was a kid, and now he's been off at college, and he comes home and he's like, "Hey, Lego's expensive. Let's sell the shit out of this."
Yeah.
And they sell the Lego, and it hasn't been pegged for 10 years, and you go and you peg it, and it's
Or it's even been exposed to a lot of other stuff, hot and cold. And
yeah, it dries out. I mean, it's funny, but it dries out. It takes out those chemicals that are in the
well, yeah, because
polymer.
they're constantly degassing, right?
Yeah,
So it's like I have no delusions of stuff, what it's going to be like. The fact that I have Lego that's 40 plus years. I have repurchased Lego from my childhood, and it's like it's amazing. This stuff still goes together so decent. It's not the same. It's not perfect. The fact that it works at all is amazing. After all these years, that's why I think a lot of us like the toy because
yeah.
it still goes together the way it does when we were kids. But it
The
does
bricks,
yeah,
the
the
bricks.
bricks, yeah.
The minifigs are another. Like I've got a 10, 1, 2, 3 back here, and I have like the Boba Fett is on a very special 3D printed pedestal
Okay.
that's I probably you bumped it, he'd fall over.
Mm.
I would say it's that loose, but I mean, I've seen guys where the torsos where they like stick them like that,
Yeah.
so they're not completely seated, and it's like, you know what? I'm displaying my figs. That if I never resell them again, whatever. If they break, okay.
And I've repaired one or two. They're for my own use. I have no intention of ever giving someone these figures. So it's not like, oh, it's a sin. You did some glue that no one can tell if you weren't specifically looking for that. And it's like, hey, it's
How
for
do
me.
you? So I too have repaired one or two for my
Mhm.
personal use. How do you do it? Because I have a very
Oh,
specific way.
okay. Well, you might have some trade secrets. So I've used both leg glue because it's temporary, and I've also used crazy glue and whatever knockoff versions of it. But I'm very like usually it's a torso fix, and I will use a caliper and expand the inside, apply it from the inside, and then let it press shut, and then I'll clamp it shut. And I have had very good success in having a nice permanent bond that makes it invisible from the outside. And I haven't even had to clean up the outside or polish it or anything. And it's just like, oh, it just magically goes away. It's like, I've been fortunate that they haven't been horrific fixes that I've had to work on, but I mean, it's worked well for me. And I've done
So
it both with leg glue and I've done it with crazy glue type.
so I only
Oh,
use
acetone. I've actually done acetone. I did acetone once or twice. I don't like using acetone. It works. I don't like using acetone though.
acetone does work. So what I started using was high magnification. Like, do you know what a loop is?
Mm-hmm.
I'll use a loop that actually the ones that actually you can clamp your eye
Yeah.
on. So I have a loop, and then I get a specific Loctite that I like, and I get some Loctite super glue and a hypodermic needle,
Yep.
and I actually go in from the inside and I stick it in and I push just the tiniest bit of glue in there,
You,
and
you,
then I
you're taking it to the next level. What I'm doing, and you're probably even getting better results. I've been very happy with my results, but I also haven't had anyone open up the inside to take a look. They only see the outside, and from the outside, they're awesome, right? And
right.
that's all that matters to me.
Oh,
They're not ever going to be sold, so no one's ever going to see the inside. Like
My
I
my
got one or
my
two of my colors up here. Like this is one of this is a unique collection to have, but you can't do this naturally. You can't collect monochromes naturally. There's
Oh, I
very
got something for you.
there's very few because you have to erase or use
Yeah.
any number of methods to take prints off. So you can't do this naturally. It's a bad thing to collect. I don't recommend anyone get into it.
mm.
It's not worth the
I
trouble.
think
They're cool, but I don't recommend anyone do it. I mean, you can get the awesome set, and that gets you your first 12 easy. But after that, everything's a pain in the ass. And you'll pay so much more for shipping than you ever will in the parts.
Yeah, that's why, like, when I buy from Jeff, he has to go. He has to bring it to me. There's just no
Yeah.
way.
Oh, I like this.
Oh yeah,
Oh, I'm
so.
gonna
You
yeah.
like it now.
like
You
it
like
now.
it now. But as soon as you see what they are, I already know your opinion.
Oh, I like.
Oh my goodness. Now, yeah, and these are what the Emperor. Wait. These are not Palpatines, are they?
Yes.
Okay, so most of these are not legit.
Oh, I mean they're Lego, right?
Uh huh.
See,
Supposedly from the same fab. Supposedly.
I can hear it in your voice.
Yeah.
These I actually sent you, and I was like, "Hey, check these out." And you were like, "That's terrible."
Yeah.
No, I love it. It's so cool.
These
It's like
are the
so I got from Mexico, I got a red Vader. And I've also got a swirled Vader. But the problem is that these, yes, they're coming off the same machines. But in every way, they're not legal. They're not legit in the sense that, these guys are stealing the product. Lego's not letting them walk out.
Mm.
These guys are stuffing them in their boots or
right.
other places and walking out. So if they're actually Lego coming out of a Lego building, then they're not legal. They're stolen product.
So
So I'm surprised that like eBay, which is where a lot of people are finding this stuff. When the colored guns started coming out, all the Vaders started coming out. Like they're cool. Don't get me wrong. And when you can get them, great. Before they really go up in price, they're cool. But then it's that moral and ethical line that people cross. And it's funny because earlier you said you're kind of that Lego purist guy. But see,
so
you have a line. Everyone has a line. It's
so
different for
here's my deal. Here's my deal, man. Okay, the boxes, right? So I always keep the boxes because I'm like, these real serious collectors, they want the boxes. And I've
which
been
they
in
do.
this and I've been in this long enough, not very long, but long enough to know nobody displays with the box unless you have like a factory. Nobody displays with the box. They have the box so they can say they have the box.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait a second, serious collectors. That's me. I don't care about the box. So I'm this close to getting rid of the box. Same with these types of figs. I
Don't chuck
met
them. See if you can sell them because there are people who will buy the boxes.
well,
It
I
might
met a
not be,
guy.
but someone will pay for the boxes for sure.
I met a guy. I would never just chuck them. I'm a hoarder and I have too much space. But I met a guy who had
I
a
check
connect in California with a guy who worked third shift at a Lego manufacturer. These Vaders that I just showed you are not just your regular translucent Vaders. Everybody can get those, you, me, everybody on eBay.
Yeah, they're not hard.
These are glitter. So it's actually
Oh, there's a flake in them.
yes,
Nice.
it's translucent glitter. And what he actually did was is they were making parts for the Friend sets or the
Yes.
Harry Potter sets, and uh, he made 12. I think he made 12 sets of the 10 colors that Lego actually makes. I have all 9 because that's what he had left when I actually got to him, except for the blue flake glitter colored Vader, which is the one I want the most. But I got these for a great deal. I mean, I know they're stolen. I get it, but I had to have them. It's the only unofficial Lego that I own. I don't get two. Well, I mean these two. I guess these two. Actually, I got these for free from the guy that sent me these because the red glitter Vader, um, one of his hip, it had this big nick in it, and I was like, "Hey, man, there's this big nick in the
Sorry
hip."
about that. Can everyone hear me?
Yeah,
I don't know what happened there. That is so random. It booted me out of my own stream.
Okay.
your hand pick was still there.
Yeah, yeah, and I made sure I was in 1 second, and it's like, what the hell?
I
And
could
then you know
buy.
what I was worried about? I thought, oh, my laptop died. I took a look. No, it's plugged in. It's like because my screen went black too for a moment. It's like, oh, that's really bad. I
Oh
don't know
no!
what happened. I really don't know.
Oh, okay.
That
I'm
was
kind
so
of
weird.
interested. I'm kind of interested to know what all does Mama. I hear about Mama Lego all the time on Rick's casts. What does Mama Lego collect? Does she collect everything?
Uh, I got forced into a couple of Star Wars, and I mean forced. I started off with Harry Potter because I'm a Harry Potter geek, and then I had two small grandchildren that used to come and visit, and I got into the Friends because it was bright and colorful, and little girls like bright and colorful. And then I got into the dots a bit and the plants. So I've got over 200 sets, over 220 sets to break down all the way to the bottom piece. So yeah, so I get what I thought my girls would play with. Now they've moved to British Columbia, and I won't see them again to play with my Lego. So I enjoy it. I got into it because of the pandemic, and I was getting stressed and everything else, and somehow or another I found Lego. So, and I used to curse it because I had boys who used to leave them all over the floor. So that's
Nice.
my story.
Very nice.
I've
Yeah.
got another problem now. I've got on my 32-inch monitor. I don't know which window took a crap and died on me, but it's like I've got a black bar, but not typically going horizontal. It's like, but it's not even going top to bottom. It's only going part way up, as if there's a dead window. I don't know. That is, I'm just so
One of the
getting hit with
cameras died.
random technical difficulties. It's only taking up about 20% of the screen, and it's not blocking you guys at all, and it's not blocking the chat. But it's funny that I'm being haunted. Maybe I'm going to show off some stuff before something else happens.
Uh-huh.
Let me see. I will make this. There we go.
Oh,
I
I
love
love it.
this one, and I love Symbol Block. Oh, where is it? Symbol Block. I love these guys. This will probably be my third car, and I try and get interesting classic-looking ones. So, how many pieces? 264. Not terribly involved, but they are Lego sized. Last time the quality was really good, so I'm hopeful this is good. And of course, it's not a lift from someone else's, set, so I'm really happy about that.
I never get
Now,
stuff packaged like that. It's always in like some black trash bag.
well, no, no. Some of these I'll buy boxed, but I save money if I don't take the box. Now, this one I don't know if this is a lift. So it's a Mustang, Speed Champ scale, kind of, sort of. From Kliu Moxing. That's the
Oh,
company name. And I have no idea. It's first time me touching them. Top Racers are brand. It is the scale of current Speed Champs, but beyond that, I don't know anything about it. So I'm curious how this one's going to turn out.
so where did you get that off of eBay or Kijiji? Where did you get them?
These ones, I'm pretty sure. And the bonded broker carrier, they packaged a bunch of stuff up for me. So I got one package that had a bunch of these together because they were forwarding a lot of stuff to me. One of these was Taobao. I don't know which one, and one of these was AliExpress. I'm guessing this one was Ali. So yeah, I got that going. Got that one. Let's see. Oh, we already did. Okay, we already did that one. Dan, that's the the Jeep. So okay, actually, I have to move all that crap just to get to the next boxes, but that. Oh, let's see.
Okay.
Oh, no, we don't want to show that side. That's got all my addresses. And let's bring Ty back on. Shazam.
I was trying to see the chat, and I can't see the chat on my.
Oh, no? Are you using a phone or
Yeah,
just.
I'm using a phone here.
Yeah, it's tough with the phone to also see the chat.
Well, usually I'll use my laptop if I've got like advance notice, but I was like, I'll pop on for just a second.
So this is an interesting box. I would not normally buy this because I already own this, and I only own what I want. I don't own extras of these for flipping.
Because you don't
And
ship.
and I don't ship anywhere, so I rarely ship. It's very rare. My wife will ship for me. Oh, okay. So Dan, dude. Oh, you lucky dog. So
What did you get?
this is better than the ones I got. How funny is that? Okay, so I won't get rid of this because I'll keep this in there for his eventual delivery.
What did you
I will open one of these, Dan, but so there's four.
Uh-oh.
Four of these
Boy.
in actual shipping boxes. And does it actually say what's on it? Oh yeah, Targaryen Warship. And actually, do I have to? Oh no, I don't even have to open it. I'll show you what's in there without opening, because I'll pull down mine. And he had very specific interest. There's the fourth one. Yeah, so he was right that they would. Well, no, but it did come from my warehouse though. But the boxes were still like this, so he's gonna be happy about that. Four of those. He had a very specific need for that because apparently the figures are a little tough to get. So which one is it? No, not the dragon. There we go. So, four of those. And apparently the, I guess the unsullied figures are tough to come by. So, he's got four of those in there. And the best part is, Walmart was already, I guess, discounted off the retail. Or at least the last time they thought whatever was retail. And then Tuesday, I get my 20% discount. And then, because I'm a nice guy, I threw another $10 discount onto that. So he's actually getting it even cheaper than he thought. Oh, now he wants to come on. Now that he's seen something good. Shazam.
Yes, sir.
So how cool is that, eh?
Well,
So you're getting four
right.
of them in the shippers. Like, I was not expecting that. That's pretty. And I was going to open it, but you know what? I said, no, I won't even open it. I'll just show off.
Gotta show us the box art. That's such a good little set.
Yeah, no,
Especially
it's
for
a
that
nice
price
box.
point. Amazing.
So, I mean, it's nice to be able to pull down any of the sets because I do have them all. But the thing is, I made a mistake, you know. I should have built this. I should have built either of the two dragons first before I built my Super 18K one. Because
you built the knockoff one, yeah.
Knock off nothing, dude. That dragon blows
better, right?
all of these away.
No. I call it just KO, but that's a nice one. I missed that one. Do you have that?
You can still get it. You can still get it. There's two versions. You can still get it.
That'd be a good one.
$70 to $120, depending on where you buy it.
Okay.
But that'll take you a while. So you've got that, and probably this coming weekend we'll
Yeah.
talk and we'll figure that out because I'm
Do you have
trying
a box of that to show the people what the box art looks like?
Oh, you didn't see it?
I missed it, but did
Oh,
everybody
you
else
missed
see it?
I'll show it one more time. There we go.
There it is.
Yep.
And like I told you, the funniest thing in the trailer for episode 4, that's the Game of Thrones House of Dragons, that ships in the new series.
Hey, that might come very quickly, highly collectible. So
Because it's
hey,
the same sails, the same head, the dragon head, which is part of their beasts line, the dragon head. So you could actually, have some fun with that for anybody
and
who
it's
does.
gold, eh? That's nice.
It's a gold one. Yeah. So there's your blue dragon, the frozen dragon on the back there.
Yeah.
The smaller version of the ones that they put out.
Does it have a brick-built hull?
Say that again?
Does it have a brick-built hull? Or is it just like one piece?
No, the old ships had it. This one has more components to it. The older ships were actual plastic molded.
Yeah, the old ones. This one you're building most of the hull.
So I will show you that the Assassin's Creed boat. Hold on a second.
Okay. I would wish I knew what happened to my monitor. This is crazy.
I can show it about there, I guess. So this is like a half and half brick built bottom. Sorry, top, and then the bottom is the mold. There you go.
Very nice.
That's the Assassin's Creed pirate ship.
Yeah, I like that.
So people have done galleons and other types where they take a couple of these sets and mock them up. But the detail is pretty good for little pirates, right? And the Assassin's Creed figs. Still the best. Mega still has the best minifigs on the market, for sure.
Stop it.
Can't beat them. No 8-bit quality here. Anyway, thanks. I just wanted to show that off.
Yeah, I can't fix that monitor. So, and then Dan has managed to spend a lot of my money lately.
That's such a bad influence.
He turned me on to a couple of good deals lately, and this is like the second or third one. And before I show it off, little story. So, yeah, me and wifey, we go out to Hamilton to get this great deal because there's very few of these in Canada like ever. So it was really nice to see this pop up. And we go out to Hamilton, and these people are super nice. They had a high price in mind. I had a much lower price in mind. I made an offer. They came way down. I was surprised they came so far down. And then I found out why they did after. So they accepted the offer. I said, well, okay, well, I do PayPal. And they said, well, we don't have PayPal. I go, well, I'll help you set up PayPal because I didn't want to pull cash or anything. And I helped them set it up. I even give them $5 straight up. Just see, it works. Here you go. There's cash in it. I'm being super nice about it because if this works out, I know I'm going to get a really good deal out of it. And, the next day, morning, go out early. I mean, this was all over like 24 hours or something from the point where Dan let me in on it to me making arrangements to drive. Because that's the thing, right? Like, I'm that fast on a deal. Got to move. And it's a white whale set. I have been trying since 2016, 17, 18.
Holy.
I've been trying for years to score this set, ideally new. And I almost came close to buying it used a few times just because I was desperate. Because it wasn't that easy to get. And I know with Mega, with such a big set, it's just not worth it used. But I come close a few times. Because sometimes the price is like, oh, I'll figure it out. Or I'll fudge it, But it's
There's
hard.
No BrickLink for Mega.
They wish they had that.
Well, I've worked with a few guys in the hopes of trying to start one up, and I've worked 2 or 3 different groups, and it's just never panned out. Too hard. The color codes are wrong. All the mixtures and the colors, some of them are very hard to differentiate.
Some of them have specks of black in them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you got the
some of
speckled
the intentional,
marble.
some not so,
But
especially in the
intentional.
pre-2014 days when like some of their nice colors weren't really that intentional. It was some of the low quality going in. But yeah, it was something else. But so we head out there, and it's pouring rain. It was miserable. I thought it'd be a nice drive from Toronto to Hamilton. Hour and a half out there. Nope, miserable. We get out there and meet these really nice people. Spend a half hour talking to them, and typical story. They bought sets for their kid, and their kid didn't build half the stuff, and dad ends up building the other half, and they looked at this and go, it's just like too intense. But and they had so of course the reason they're selling is wifey there, she was stricken with cancer earlier in the year, going through miserable treatments.
Oh.
She's recovering. She's on the flip side of that, and I guess Ty will be back again. But super nice people. Glad to meet them. It's always tough when someone's gonna let go of a set this big and they got their story. But actually, I'm just gonna rip the garbage bag now. Now it's got plenty of shelfware, of course, and I did have to inspect it because the two top seals were busted. But Dan had shown me everything to look for, so I was super happy and confident, and I was real pleased with what I saw on the inside. So,
Rick, I bet you that thing got bumped back and forth in the closet for all those years.
yeah. If I recall, they're first owners, so that is nice.
Mm-hmm.
But they had bought, I think, some total of 16 sets for the boy.
Wow.
You know what? The sides looked like trash because they're black, but the front looks great. That's still very highly displayable. Oh yeah, look at the gloss on that.
2,700, almost 2,800 pieces. It's such a key set. 4 or 5 figures.
And you know
One
what?
of the few with the actual hollow foil sticker on it.
Yeah. The actual completed set, Rick, is impressive. When you have that thing built, it's a brick. Like that's heft to it. But all the little play points to it, like that expandable ramp is like a fold out, bridge layers set kind of style.
Okay.
You can fit 2 of the tanks, the big Abrams style tanks, one in front of the other. I'm not sure if it'll show it on the back or not. But the playability on that, all the little doors that open, the secret compartments, the directional vents, the engines, the fans.
And no two pieces look alike. I mean,
No, it's great. But everything's printed. Every single. There's not one sticker in that set.
Stickers.
No stickers. Nice. Hey, Mega has always been great for that. Is no stickers in the COD sets, which is really good.
So as far as these are concerned, I'm only missing Forward Onto Dawn, which I am working on.
Oh, you're gonna find one somewhere?
Oh, dude,
There's a lead.
Well, there's a couple, and some guys are helping me, but it's tough,
Again,
it's that I don't want it used.
Sealed, yeah. I got lucky with my local one.
Oh, and I also I think I want the elephant. I didn't think I would, but I think I want the elephant now.
The Gen 1 or Gen 2?
Oh, I didn't know there's 2 of them.
There's 2 versions of the elephant. There's the big plate.
Whichever's bigger and better looking.
The green brick, yeah. So it's not a 6 set per se, but it is big enough.
Little boys.
You out of here, my dear?
No. I said you guys are little boys with your toys.
Keeps us busy. Keeps us out of trouble.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't drink. I don't. Well, I really.
I don't know how much trouble it keeps you wallet out of trouble, you two. But yeah, okay.
Yeah. Can you believe that's 2 in a row, no Lego? 2 in a row, no Lego. That's rare for me.
Is there Lego sets previewed to come out in the next year, in the quarter? I mean.
Well, October. There's a couple of things I'm interested in getting.
I want that.
And me picking it. There's a bunch. Like I still don't. I didn't get the castle set yet. I intend to get the castle set. As soon as there's a worthy gift with purchase, then I'll buy it.
Yeah.
You know,
So is there a set that's not under $500 or over 500 that's coming for
that
sale?
that I'm really interested in at this
Yeah.
point. Not many now.
Because now they're just going to come out with unique sets left, right, and center, right? Like I see your Sonic behind you that was out for a while. You
Well,
know,
Sonic was cheap.
yeah, those are the little sets that come out at retail, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
like your Jeep. Is that the yellow Technic Jeep up in the
yeah,
corner there?
yeah.
That's cool. I'm a Jeep fan, so anything Jeep looks good. That'd be a
Yeah,
fun one
that
to
that,
see
was-
built.
that was wedged in there pretty good actually. 665 pieces, not bad. Yeah, the
And is
Rubicon.
the
I
Star
hope
Wars
that's printed, but I don't think so. I think it's a sticker.
is the Star Wars the renamed slave ship or the Boba Fett ship box?
This one here, Boba
Yeah,
Fett Starship.
yeah, not Slave One, eh?
No,
God forbid.
it seems to be that's the way it's going to be going
Yeah.
forward,
Oh, everything's gonna be PC all the way. 90s all over again.
which is horrible.
Yeah.
No, it's.
Well, the
I've given
guys
up even with that. I've given up on that fight. Oh, this is one of the ones I love.
What you got there? Ooh, that's new. Nice.
Well, that's a tough to get one from. What year? 2019 SDCC exclusive
That'd be why.
or Celebration exclusive. Celebration actually, Star Wars Celebration. Yeah. So that was one of the ones that started the big stink where people were saying, you know, you guys aren't being fair. You're releasing stuff in a market that's impossible, and then we can only find it on eBay.
Then the
And
aftermarket costs are crazy, right? Yeah.
yeah,
Well, that's like
and they're
that's
not
like
wrong.
well, Mega's doing the same thing right now, especially with the Halo Falcon that they did a small run for,
Yeah.
and then now all of a sudden they're like, oh, stocks limited, nationwide, America wide, like North America wide, and everybody flipped out. So that set's now over like $250 on eBay on the aftermarket, and it's a $69 US set. So it's just they do this on purpose to limit the quantities of these guys, and you wonder what's going to happen with that. Now they're probably going to do a second run, or probably for the next year. Who knows, right? But the same thing. I bet Lego does that. They'll do a run and then be like, see what happens. So like, oh, limited. Sorry. Oh, next. They don't care. But they'll sit there on the tooling probably and re-release it from what, year after? How many times do they re-release sets, if at all? Anytime?
Mega or Lego?
Lego.
Not often.
Not often.
Not often.
So then you're screwed as a collector to the secondary.
Sometimes. I mean, so they've done a few things in the last few years. Like they gave us the Taj Mahal set. They re-released it with one more part. Otherwise, it was the same set. And I'm a builder first, so I'm happy people get a chance to build it. But collectors were real pissed that they did that.
with one more part.
Yeah, one more part. And then, like, even the Darth Revan figure, 2014 Polybag, one of the best Polybag promos ever, probably a May 4th exclusive. And then 2 or 3 years ago, it got dumped onto the market again after 5 or 6 years. And that killed a lot of the value. It's come back up since. But, again, you had a lot of people pissed off. And that was a case of them sitting on stuff. And there's nothing stopping Lego at any point re-releasing, even in the same packaging with the same year branding on the bottom. We can't stop them. They're not obligated to not do it. I mean, if they say, "Oh, limited run 500 or 1,000 or 50,000," fine. They don't. They rarely ever say that. Give us that kind of info. They can do whatever they want. It's their product.
Oh, didn't see Nate was here.
Oh, Big Nate, dude. It's sealed except for the two on the top. I've inspected everything on the inside, and it's primo. It's sweet.
So did you see the big booklet? Can you show
that?
people
Is something else.
Show the booklet. You got to pull it out. Show these guys how quality that massive book is. It's on par with the Lego Falcon and the Death Star books, right?
Which is funny,
right?
Probably this week you'll start seeing me do some streams where I'm marrying up. I was telling Eileen where I'm marrying up the manuals with my broken down sets. There's two totes on the bottom. The bottom one is the UCS Falcon, the newest one, with my black VIP card in the black frame, and That manual is just.
Well, lay that down on its back. Lay it on its back.
Oh, I gotta do it on
Like
its
that.
back.
Yeah, lay it on its back. And then
Oh
just two
yeah,
flaps
right.
inside. That thing opens up so beautiful. That inner artwork. Show that off. That's just too nice.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah,
turn
we
that-
were in their lobby. The building is like a piece of history that they were in.
Oh yeah, there you go, right there.
Yeah.
Look at that. A nice booklet. So there's your tank. That's part of the show. Like even these guys pulling this stuff out of the game, they made reality out of some of the gaming, stories and pics and stuff. So they didn't even crack this thing open. They just opened it, took a look at it, go complicated, and off they went.
Yeah.
Look at that. The book is perfect. Love it. Yeah. Oh, it's gorgeous. Big Nate, he's gotten ooh. Yeah. So there'll be parts there for the chapters, Rick, where I'll have like inner artwork for every chapter piece, every quarter of the. I think it's either thirds or halves of the sections. So everyone will have a title page.
Yeah. Oh,
there you go.
Nice.
See. So I'll tell you the sections, tell you the page numbers, and then the artwork in the back is just gorgeous.
No, it's and like I told you on the other stream, I have not built a signature set yet, so it's going to be a treat. And
I think you're going to end up doing that Technodrome first, aren't you?
the Technodrome is most likely going to be first, and we'll probably build it with Big Nate and maybe Ryan, because a whole bunch of us are sitting on it now. But because I don't have much in the way of the Call of Duties built, and like that Jeep is there, so it's clearly going to get built. I could see me building this one in short order, but I'll have to make the space for it. Hence the teardown projects you're going to see in the next weeks and months.
You can tell from your picture there that was clearly the bottom, the right side of your box. That was the
It
bottom.
definitely got a lot of wear, that's for sure.
They stored that vertical in the closet for sure.
Yeah.
Look at that poor box. That's the side you'll never want to see. That's fine. Big Nate's asking you when you're going to do the Technodrome.
Well, I can't commit to it, this week or anything.
It'll have to be an extended holiday.
Soonish.
Some people getting the Monday off.
I will definitely.
Oh yeah, you got an extra September holiday, Rick.
I don't think so. I think Trudeau will give it to us.
You don't think that Federals are going to have the holiday?
No.
I don't know, but Walmart's pretty good about giving us everything, so we'll see.
Yeah, but I don't think Trudeau's going to make it a holiday.
Oh, well.
Okay, interesting, because he was in with her pretty good.
Yeah,
surprised.
but no, he won't do it.
Yeah, he's got that Truth and Reconciliation holiday that he's got to follow up with.
I don't even care one way or the other about that one then.
I'm going to watch it.
Don't get me started on that one.
Rick, you're going to like that Jeep. That little Jeep's going to be impressive to you. The WW2 Jeep there. When you build it, you're going to like it.
I hope so. I mean, it looks cool, and there is at least one figure to build for it. Oh, two. Okay.
Yeah, I should come with two. Yeah. It's cool. The actual COD set had the option to trailer, what do you call those guns? The flak gun?
A howitzer or something?
Howitzer, that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They were little $5 sets back in the day from Walmart. They were good.
Okay.
They're hard to find nowadays because obviously other things discontinued, but this should be easy to find. I know I've got a bunch. So if you ever want to add on to that set, I could probably find one for you.
Oh, cool.
Little howitzers.
Hey, Big Nate. Like I said, we'll have that discussion, and we'll make sure it works for everybody. Clearly, that's not a do it. I know you might try and do it in one session. I don't have the back.
Oh, you got to do
parts. We'll definitely do as many together as possible. And I'll let you know my schedule, and you let me know yours. And Ryan, well, he's in a different time zone. We'll figure that out. Mama, did you build that gift with purchase?
No, because I'm trying not to add. I'm trying to break down right now, Nate, and I'm tempted, but I just have to take it apart again. Gonna move.
I think my wife's happy I got the garbage bags off this. But I tell you, when we went to pick it up, and my wife helped in the garbage bags and part of the discussion and everything. And when we left, and showed her what I paid versus what was asked, stuff like, good deal, right? I was like,
Well, just think of too that worth there. That's still going to be worth a big ton of money.
oh
No.
yeah, yep,
Just for being one of the last 6 sets for Call of Duty.
yeah, yeah. It's a real shame they didn't continue. So many guys love this, and I'm getting views on my old CODs. I'm getting comments again all of a sudden. Like, it's just weird what goes around comes around. I don't even know how they're discovering it,
But just I also remember I had my Blackhawk on display, and my older brother came for Christmas, and he saw it. He's like, "Is that a model or is that like a toy?" Because he never really saw my collection or my models on display or anything like that. And I had pulled them out to kind of look at them. But the Blackhawk, like when you look at it, doesn't look like a Lego toy or a block toy.
no.
When you get close to it, and there's a wicked Facebook group called Mega Photography that people throw down some realistic looking, photos.
Well, I love watching the diorama guys. Like,
Yeah,
just what they do, and some of them who are going all out, like they come up with smoke effects and
Yeah,
stuff.
the
Some
fire.
digital, some for real. I love the practical. When you can do it with a practical effect, I love it.
Yeah.
That's what I really love. I know some guys who travel with their sets because they legitimately want beach sand, so they're literally taking their sets with them and going to beach. Like, oh, that's a bit much, but okay.
But why not? Have fun wherever you are.
Oh no,
right?
have fun. It's your toy, right? For sure.
I'm guaranteed, these guys are still kid at heart with their little toy in their front pocket on the way to a business meeting.
Oh well,
a little stress relief. Pull them out, play with the toys.
Hey, I've got my Hot Wheels. Look at Eileen. Another
Another
bag.
one.
She's just plowing through the stuff. If I talk all night, she'll get a lot done.
Yeah, just keep talking.
Is it a sort?
When I'm tearing down stuff, Eileen, you come on and we'll chat and we'll grab some other people. And it'll just be bricks and chat or something. I'll just call it something.
Yeah,
it
because
will be one of these. Well,
I
we're just
look
got to
at
build
the Harry
something.
Potter one.
So I'm just going to be opening stuff up.
The Harry Potter ones have got me kind of, I don't know, frozen. I can't do them. They're so big. Harry Potter ones, right? But man, I'll get there. I have to.
Big Nate doesn't like the hat.
Okay, we're running hats, are we?
This is what I don't like. It's got the
I went to Elton John.
Oh, that's old school plastic in the back. Whoa.
There we go.
No. The red team. What's
the story on this one, Rick? What's the story on the hat?
Got me my Pokemon hat on. There we go. Where's my it covers. Where is it? Is it this? I can't even see it.
I'm with you, Matt. I'm with you. I'm sorry.
The Madcap crew. But yeah, when I saw it, it's like, well, I'm Team Blue, whatever they call it. But I don't play all that often. Only when I go to the subway to pick up my wife, and I'll sit there because there's one of those Pokestop, and I don't even remember the names anymore. And I'll spin it and I'll fight whatever's there and take it over while waiting 5 or 10 minutes. There's the thing. What level are you?
41.
Oh my God, you're blowing right past me now. I stalled at 38. I have not moved in 2 years.
I got to 40 the week they put it up to 50.
Oh boy. I've actually got a lot I need to evolve, and I need to sit there, throw, what did they call it? The thing that runs for 30 minutes. You get double XP or whatever. I need to throw one of those and just sit there and evolve them, get all my extra XP like I used to. Because that's how I used to do it. I used to be able to level up real quick, and I haven't done that in a while.
I have, Rick, 6,100 spots.
Oh boy.
I got to sit down and do it one day.
And I don't walk any of my Pokemon anymore. It's like, you've walked, because I don't have that connection for whatever reason. I should probably set it up so whenever I do walk, I get those kilometers with the game, because you can get your walking kilometers too.
Yeah. Now, if I only could put it to my Fitbit, I really did doing good. So I can't.
Well, I like the Pokemon game because of the walking. That's why I was
Yeah.
doing it before. It's like, but I killed my iPhone 4 originally, and then I killed my 4, and then I killed my 7 playing that game. And I would have to play with an extra battery with me, so that, or 2 batteries. I was doing that, plugging them in as I was playing, because I'd go out there for 5, 6, 7 hours walking around Toronto, and because we got some beautiful areas where you could walk for like 10 kilometers, and it's just Pokestop after Pokestop after Pokestop, and it's like I just play the game forever. Never have to buy anything. I know some people are in bad spots, like they have to buy balls because they can't get anything for free. It's like, no, not in Toronto.
Mm.
Well, this has been fun, guys. I appreciate everyone coming on and spend time with me. Everyone's been telling stories. That's been cool. I don't know what happened with Ty. I thought he'd be back on, but that's okay. And thanks again, Ty, for coming on. Eileen, Dan,
Okay.
and Dan,
you.
we'll talk next day or two, and we'll iron out
Yeah.
the
When you're
trip.
coming down this way for Brad.
It probably won't be for Brad. Oh, yeah, it probably won't be for Brad because it'll be a dedicated trip to you, I think, at this point. Because
Yeah.
So
Okay.
wait.
Ken lives farther away than I thought. Ken's in Kingston,
Oh, he's in
and my
Kingston.
wife's deal was with a friend in Ajax,
Mm.
and Ken's like an extra 2 hours away. And it's like, well, that wasn't going to happen. That blew up in my face. I'll have to make a dedicated trip out to see him anyway. I've got his stuff. I got to send him a picture. I put his stuff out of my place and put it in storage today just so I didn't have to look at it, but it's in a dedicated area now. It's a bunch of storage things that he's going to use for his business. So I'm not using it, and it made space for me and allowed me to do some of this. So it's like, yeah, I'll be happy to give it to him.
So
If it helps him with his business,
Dan,
great.
where are you?
I'm in Kitchener.
That's where I'm moving to.
Oh yeah,
And
good choice.
my favorite place is Victoria Park.
Nice. Yeah, it's interesting these days. I find that it's newer, but then they also got a little tent city popped up in there, which is
Yeah.
Wow. See, I expect that in Toronto. I don't expect that
Yeah,
out
they're
there.
all over the place in Kitchener. I got off the Go bus, and there were 2 tents right at the corner of.
Off the train too. There's a little corner somewhere of an empty lot that they sprung about 50 plus tents or more.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling.
I hope your police and your city officials deal with it before it gets ridiculous.
They want it like that. They want it all contained in a spot where they can kind of monitor it. But it's just odd that the homelessness is a choice, because you got to remember a lot of this mental health plays a part. And unfortunately, I've had probably 30 plus years of dealing with either customers or people around jobs that Mental Health Act lets them do what they want until they hurt themselves or somebody else.
Yeah, and those encampments have been moving all around Kitchener for the last 3 years.
Yeah.
That I can remember.
And it's a huge hub, right? Like you got KW being, Kitchener, Waterloo, Cambridge, all. So, it's the new hub of, center. It's so center in Ontario. Outside of Toronto, there's nothing this close to being, such a hub for northern to southwest and north and stuff like that. It's all kind of across. And it's just a hot commodity too, because it's where all the tech jobs are springing up, all the the industries that support them. So it just comes, but it just shows you that the society at large is still kind of rough. There's a lot of people are still having a rough time.
Oh yeah,
right. You just don't see it as much in Toronto because it's kind of hidden here and there, and under bridges.
Oh, we see it. No, we see it plenty, but but it's to be expected. Big city, and we're having our growing pains coming back into recovery from the last 2.5 years, with people not going back into downtown, not coming back to work. So a lot of the shopping and restaurant business is like,
oh yeah, that's right.
If they don't come to the business towers,
they're
downtown,
dead.
Like I don't drive downtown, so if people I know weren't working down there, there'd be no life down there.
What's that system that you can go underground? The tunnel system? What's
path.
It called? The path.
So which is amazing when it's all open and all active and vibrant, because there's 60, 80 kilometers of interconnected tunnels. From Front Street all the way up to Bloor Street, from Sherburne to Bay, huge. I know people 20 years ago, 30 years ago even, who, like my buddy's mother, was living on Bay Street, working on Yonge Street, and she never went outside for 2.5 years.
Didn't have to.
All underground through the tunnel system. She got to and from work. She did all her food shopping at, like whatever it is, President's Choice, whatever that is. She never went outside. Can you imagine not breathing fresh air and seeing the sun for 2 years?
Well,
And you're making bad money. Like, she was making good money. She had a very nice, expensive bachelor, actually, because she was single at that point. And it's like, yeah. So my buddy, when on the off time he would see his mom, and we'd go downtown. Like, she never went outside. I thought that was so weird. And that's when I learned about, the path is connecting everything down
Oh
there.
yeah, I mean the path was there 30 years ago when I worked at Commerce Court, and
Yeah.
Commerce Court used to be the tallest building back then.
Yeah.
You could go all the way up to Queens from Commerce Court to go all the way down to Union Station. So, but it's expanded, but a lot of the malls, half of them are empty now.
Oh, yeah.
The
No,
stores just
it's gotten better, my wife says, because she's in there 3 days a week now. But
So how cool is that, eh?
So,
where'd that come from?
How's your delayed YouTube? Checking the chat there.
Oh, wow.
I was like, it's still sound on.
yeah, I'm coming up to Waterloo next month to host it for a month. So,
Oh,
it'll be fun. Yeah,
okay.
that's my little side hobby is to go host it while everybody goes to Europe.
Wow.
Keeps me out of mischief. Kind of.
My cat's looking at me, giving me the evil eye.
You heard you say you were about to kick it to the curb, and you're still talking.
Well, if I can,
Like,
yeah, I
feed me.
know.
Feed me.
I do have to get up for 5 hours.
Okay.
Thanks, guys,
All right,
for hanging
thanks,
with
Rick.
me.
Bye.
Nice to meet you.
Good night, and then we will absolutely talk.
Yeah, for
Sure.
sure. Anytime.
Next
Take
time.
care. Have a good night. Sleep.
Goodbye.
Take care. Bye, guys.
And we're out.